Welcome to Boots on the Ground, the 15-minute briefing, your daily roundup on veterans housing, advocacy, and solutions. I'm Yvette Jones-Swanson, Army veteran, National Veterans Housing Advocate, and CEO of Vet Mentor. 20 years I've been on the front lines, housing over 5,000 homeless veterans and pushing for real change. In just 15 minutes, we'll cover today's wins, from housing solutions and government policy to partnerships, publications, and training. This isn't just a show, it's a movement. Together, we're turning challenges into victories for veterans and their families.
Hello and welcome to Boots on the Ground, 15-minute briefing, your daily post on veterans housing and advocacy. I'm Yvette Jones-Swanson. Let's jump right on in. I had a very interesting weekend. You see, we're working with a homeless veteran, and I'm going to introduce him to you shortly, once I figure out which video it is. But I am going to let you know about his story. Did I put it up already? Maybe not. But anyway, I'll just tell you his story briefly. He's got a pre-approval, and he's had a pre-approval since, I want to say March or April, and this is already August. So we've been going out, looking at properties. Some were not good at all, but others, they were passable. Some of them were quite move-in ready. Some maybe needed some deep cleaning, but it's okay. Things happen, and you can go in and clean up your new place. So we couldn't find anything, and I'll tell you why, because of the price point. The max is $150,000, and we're in the Chicagoland area. So houses, they're not just $150,000. Move in ready. Where are they? Show me, because that's like a sweet spot for a lot of veterans, a lot of buyers. $150,000 move in ready. Come on now, anybody could do that. So, but on top of that, where a lot of people are going in, putting in these bids for this $150,000 property, but we can only stay within a certain property tax range. We cannot go over a certain threshold. Otherwise, his loan wouldn't qualify. So now we're looking at properties for $150,000 or less, with a threshold of $3,500 a year tax liability for property taxes, simply because this veteran is not tax exempt. This veteran he did file for his exemption or his disability, but he was denied, and he just said, "Oh, I'm not going back because it's too much work," which, yeah, it is. It's a lot of work putting in for your disability compensation. It took me from 1984 to 2019 is when I got mine approved, and it was approved at 50%. So yeah, the VAs, they're gonna make you go through some hoops, some loops, and but you got to keep going. You have to keep going. So if he had been tax exempt, then we would have just been looking at properties for $150,000. Taxes could have been $10,000 a year. It didn't matter, but we weren't. But we did find one, and I submitted an offer. And wouldn't you know that the seller's agent had to call highest and best because there were so many buyers grappling at the same property. So we had a good conversation, and I'm just hoping and praying, because this is really a homeless Air Force veteran with income and great credit and a pre-approval. That's where we are. Then that's how part of my day went. Then over the weekend, I just decided to do a live, and one of my veterans who is 71, she's in Virginia, homeless, in a tent and in her car. But luckily, there was an organization that put her and her caregiver up in a motel. So I'm like, you know what? Forget about these. Forget about these realtors. I'm not going to keep on messing with these realtors trying to find out who knows how to house homeless veterans. Let me just go on Craigslist. I know how to cipher through the frauds and the non-frauds. So I sent out a few um, messages to some of the owners who had their properties listed, and I'm just waiting to hear back from somebody really. Let me go ahead and play something because I really want to play this. Hey guys, I'm sitting here with Anthony. He's a veteran from what branch?
Army.
We're both Army. Who?
Who?
And Anthony is a veteran who has been coming to our seminar since January. Mm-hmm. What have you learned so far, Anthony?
I learned a lot about how mortgage, how to get a loan, how to look out for different things like fraud, like sometimes when you're looking for a house or you looking for rent, it's always to make sure your security as well. So it's little things you can look out for to secure yourself as a renter or homeowner. I also learn about buying a house, how you can get a loan from the military that you don't have to pay back.
You don't have to pay it back.
If you use the HUD badge, the HUD, through the...
Oh my goodness, I miss him so much. Anthony, right? He's one of the veterans who would come to the veteran housing and home buying workshops that I did. I took my team there and had every single month. And this veteran, he really, really wanted to do something more besides, just exist. And that was the purpose of the home buying workshops. And since I'm no longer at the VA or at the vet centers, I'm like, you know what, heck, let me do the workshops here and talk about what I used to talk about at the VA. And let me see, I got somebody talking over here. My bad. Thank y'all for watching. Oh my goodness. Thanks for sharing. I apologize. Thanks for sharing. So informative. Thank you, Mac. I apologize for not saying anything. I just went on and on because I know we only have like 15 minutes. How do you see advocacy changing in the next few years? Well, advocacy can change starting right now with people having the knowledge. So knowledge-based information is in all of my series, my book series, which is called U.S. Military Veterans Educational and Resources Book Series. So all of my books are on Amazon. So how do I see things changing? How can we all show that we can support with advocacy by learning? And I've taken a lot of time to do that. Thanks for asking that question. And then, are there enough resources for emergency veterans housing? Nope. And that's why I wrote this book, so that you can also get involved. This is a guide to veterans' shared living models, so that now we can add emergency housing resources by the community learning how to create housing solutions. And the housing solutions are in this book right here. Ouch. Let me see. How do you stay motivated doing this work every day? Because I was once a homeless veteran a lot of times, and it's just I put on my church regalia, my church outfit today. It also matches U.S. Army. So being a woman of faith and being a professional woman in real estate, I just know that they both go together. As a former homeless female veteran, I didn't have anybody advocating for me. And I know a lot of social workers who get paid for doing this. I don't get paid for coming, talking to you guys and advocating for homeless veterans nationwide. The only time I get paid is when you support me by buying my books or hiring me to be a consultant or a contractor or a mentor and things of that nature, or if I sell a house, which I have. I'm not really trying to go out like that anymore. I did that for 20 some odd years, opening doors here and there. I just thank God my husband is a realtor and I have other realtors who I trust that I trained to go open programs provided. What's the toughest policy challenge you've seen lately? The toughest policy challenge. You know what? You know the thing I keep asking, and I'm writing letters to Congress, to and all of those letters are in this book right here. So this is the Honorable, he's in Congress, John J. McGuire, and his office did get back with us. So whenever I received, and Congressman Troy Carter and so, I mean, the letter is just full of, this book's full of letters that I've written to congressional leaders, and these are congressional letters. It's because it doesn't matter about the policy changes, or the challenge is who's overseeing these policies that have been changed. We're the watchdogs. We're the ones ensuring that this money, billions of dollars, have been allocated to these organizations. Where's all this money going? Somebody asked me the other day, which is the best location that has the fewest amount of homeless veterans, which is the best. I mean, they're all horrible. They're all horrible. Because if you're receiving $4 million in your organization to care for what you might have 335 homeless veterans in your small town, you can get them housed, you can pay their rent. Some of them might just need rent payments for maybe 3 months or 6 months. You can also help them do paperwork to apply for their benefits through the VA. So those are the challenges. We need more people, boots on the ground, more people getting my publications, learning what I do, so you can go do it. I've housed over 5,000 homeless veterans. What's your take on non-for-profit partnerships? Effective? It could be effective. It could not be effective. It's how you utilize the money. I worked with over 200 organizations over the years that I've been housing homeless veterans in this homeless veterans community. And I've seen misappropriation of funds. I've seen mishandling of veterans. And these were some not-for-profit organizations. So it doesn't matter who you partner with, as long as they're going to be good people and do the work. I want to thank y'all for watching. Let me get some more media so y'all can see what's been
In the
going
last
on.
30 days, Vet Mentors has created housing plans in 12 cities across 10 states, each one a step toward dignity, stability, and hope. From Chicago to Phoenix, New Orleans to Columbia, Vet Mentors is on the ground, helping veterans facing eviction, living in hotels, sleeping in cars. These are not just cases. They are warriors, men and women who once served our country, now battling a new enemy, homelessness. Vet Mentors stands with them every step of the way. At Vet Mentors, every housing plan is a blueprint for hope, combining federal policy advocacy, legal support, housing connections, and even business mentorship. In New Orleans, Vet Mentors fought for a disabled veteran wrongly denied housing due to staffing shortages and misinterpreted federal rules, taking the fight all the way to Congress. In Illinois, Vet Mentors helped a veteran homeless for 3 years, already holding a VA loan approval, connect with local leads to move from hotel rooms into a real home. In Phoenix, Vet Mentors made sure a veteran and his service dog stayed together, securing shelter, legal aid, and a path forward. This is not the finish line. With Vet Mentors, it's a movement, city by city, state by state, until no veteran sleeps outside. Vet Mentors will not stop speaking up until every veteran has a place to call home.
Thanks for watching, and remember to go to Amazon and pick up my publications. Oh, how do I play the outro? One of these days, I'll get it together.
Across America, too many of our heroes return home only to face another battle, the fight for stable housing. Veterans are overrepresented in the homeless population, often caught in a system that is complex, slow, and full of barriers. At Vet Mentors, we're changing that narrative. For over 20 years, we've been boots on the ground, not just identifying the problem, but building real solutions. That's why we created the U.S. Military Veterans Educational and Resource Guidebook series, a groundbreaking collection designed to educate, equip, and empower. These guidebooks are written not only for veterans, but also for the communities, organizations, and leaders who serve them. From step-by-step housing models to funding strategies, this series gives social workers, case managers, realtors, and first responders the tools they need to act with speed, dignity, and impact. Vet Mentors believes housing is not charity. It's a mission, a responsibility, and a pathway to restoring honor. Every guidebook in this series is a resource designed to make sure no veteran is left behind, and no community has to say, "We didn't know how to help." This is how we turn challenges into victories. I'm Yvette Jones Swanson, Army veteran, CEO of Vet Mentors LLC, and I invite you to join us in rewriting the story for America's veterans.